This crime network is so powerful that anyone who spoke about it either went to jail or died mysteriously. The lead investigator of this case died when his plane was blown up out of the sky, and a 14-year-old girl who testified against them went to jail for perjury. This is the Franklin cover-up. In 1988, federal agencies raided the Franklin Community Federal Credit Union in Omaha, Nebraska. The manager, Lawrence E. King Jr., a rising star in the Republican Party, was accused of embezzling nearly $40 million, but the financial scandal was just the tip of the iceberg. What investigators uncovered would shock the nation and the entire world. Children from Omaha and surrounding areas claimed that they were being flown across the country to attend parties where they were sexually abused by prominent figures, including allegedly George H.W. Bush, Warren Buffett, John Kerry, and the governor of Nebraska. Victim witness Alicia Owen and Paul Benassi came forward with stories of horrific abuse, claiming they were part of a child prostitution ring that catered to elites. But instead of being protected, these children were punished. Alicia Owen was charged with perjury and sentenced to up to 27 years in prison. Paul Benassi detailed his experiences of sexual abuse, satanic rituals, and being trafficked to Washington, D.C., but he was also charged with perjury. The testimonies described being forced to participate in ceremonies involving animal and human sacrifices. The investigation began gaining national attention and serious momentum, but suddenly people connected to the case started dying under mysterious circumstances. Gary Caradori, who was the lead investigator of the case, told colleagues he had critical evidence, but days later his plane exploded mid-flight. Grand juries dismissed the allegations of child abuse and labeled them as carefully crafted hoaxes. As many as 15 people connected to the Franklin case suddenly died under mysterious and suspicious circumstances. Rusty Nelson was a photographer who was hired by Lawrence King, and he claimed that he was given the job of taking compromising pictures of politicians and businessmen to be used as blackmail. The scandal reached into Boys Town, one of the largest orphanages in America, located in Omaha, Nebraska. Warren Buffett was heavily involved in charitable efforts to this orphanage, which is why he is often associated with this case. Boys Town officials denied the allegations, but victims claimed that boys were taken from the orphanage and brought to parties organized by Lawrence King. Lawrence King was eventually sentenced to prison for financial crimes, but no charges were ever brought against him for child abuse. And this case was eventually just swept under the rug. It really went away. In 2003, Troy Bonner, a key witness, walked into a New Mexico hospital screaming, quote, "They're after me because of this book." The next morning, he was found dead in his hospital room. Everything about this case has been virtually scrubbed from the internet, aside from one book by John DeCamp, who goes into great detail about this case. If you want to know more about this topic, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will create a full-length video.